I'm keeping that on there.
That's
She goes, I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Then it'd be like, all right. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Issa says hi too.
Yeah, Issa just jumped up here, so she's going to be in the video today. She wants her 15 minutes of fame.
She's pretty cute. Gotta admit it. So today, our episode, we will talk about a few different things. We're gonna mention the winner.
Of the contest.
Yes, so yay for that, but not till later, so you have to wait.
I guess it wasn't really a contest to give away, but...
Yeah. We're excited. Free things for you guys. Yay! And then we're also going to talk about where we are in Maine and some of our free things.
Favorite things.
That we have done since we've been here. Both last year and this year. Some top ones. And then also we're going to talk about our week and how it went.
So the first thing that we are going to talk about is where we are. I realized that in the last video I said that we're in the exact same place that we were last year, but never actually said where we were. So we are in Maine, pretty much the most southern tip of Maine. We're right on the New Hampshire border. We can drive down the street about 5-10 minutes and we're in New Hampshire, which is nice because we also didn't know that New Hampshire is...
no taxes.
Yeah, so if we have to go shopping or anything, we can go right over to the store over in New Hampshire and not have to pay taxes. So that's super nice. We're staying at Beaver Dam Campground, which we absolutely love. I think we're spoiled being here.
Mm-hmm. It's in Berwick, Maine.
Berwick, Maine. We lucked out last year when I got the contract for my job here. I accepted the contract and we had no idea where we were going to go. So we're like, okay, we'll be able to... Yeah, 2 weeks. So we were like, we'll find somewhere. All the campground... Well, we didn't even look at campgrounds first. We looked at places to rent because we didn't have an RV at that point. And then everywhere was completely booked or super crazy expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's huge. It's beautiful, so it's huge tourist.
So I had this bright idea. Hey, let's buy an RV and then we'll just get a campground. So we bought it, not realizing that all the campgrounds are just as booked.
Yes, and some of the spots, the other campgrounds, it's literally like camper, 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 and you can open your door and that's basically it. So here there's more space, and like we mentioned last time, like there's a lake right behind our campsite. So catching turtles every day, that's what we do.
So we sent a bunch. I probably copy and pasted this email to like 20 different campgrounds, like not even exaggerating. And we got a email back from Beaver Dam Campground that from somebody or from the owners here that said someone canceled the exact day that we want to be here through the rest of the season that we needed to be here for my contract. And it was like I was at work. I think we got the email or phone call, and I called Kate right away. I'm like, call and put a deposit down right away because otherwise I probably would have had to cancel coming here. So that would have been a big deal.
Yeah.
So anyways, Beaver Dam Campground is where we are. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
They have activities every weekend. This weekend was Dog Days of Summer.
It was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
We'll put
Our
some
dogs
pictures
had
here.
A blast.
Yep, you'll see Bella and Issa and all the other dogs just running around on the beach.
Yeah. They usually don't like to play with other dogs, so they're kind of, we call our oldest Bella Prude. If that gives you any idea. And then Issa's our rescue, so we're never sure how she will be, even though we've had her for 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a blast on the beach, running and rolling in the sand, and they will not go in the water freely, so our oldest carried them out to the water quite a few times, but they had fun.
Yes. We found out they can both swim.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that, so.
Yep. Good thing.
But there's all kinds of activities that they do here. I told her that I think we got spoiled coming here because I don't know if we go to any other campground if it's going to be as nice as it is here. Sheila, Michelle, the owners are super nice. They're great. Their bathrooms are like hotel bathrooms. You wouldn't think it from going to a
All
campground or
tiled
even
and
from the
stone and
outside.
beautiful.
But yeah, it's like an upscale hotel bathroom when you go in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a pool and mini golf and their own little
Playground,
beach, and
game room,
so we highly
movies for the kids.
suggest everybody come check out Beaver Dam Campground if you're in
Yes.
Maine.
Yes.
Some of our other places we've been.
Marginal Way. in
Marginal
Algonquin.
Way.
We went there a few weekends ago. It was a lot of fun. My sister and her kids were in town and we had a blast. We took the trolley. It is insanely busy down there, so we got down there at the perfect time.
Perkins Cove is where we ended up going.
Mm-hmm.
But we got there like 8:30 in the morning.
8:30 in the morning, and literally we pulled in this parking lot that was not even half full. Before we could get all of us out of the car and open up the trunk, the parking lot was entirely full, and they closed
the gate behind us.
So
there was only one way to get in and out after that. There was two ways before.
Yeah. So it was very, very busy. There are just people everywhere, but it's because it is so gorgeous. And the Marginal Way was a mile or two long.
It was about a mile long with a bunch of rest areas, but the rest areas were like these beautiful, scenic, picturesque seacoast pictures, like no filter needed, and you just saw ocean and the natural rock formations, and it was pretty cool. The kids loved it.
Nice breeze. Yeah, it was wonderful. And then we went to Mount Agamenticus.
Mount Agamenticus. There's all kinds of different trails and stuff that you can do there, but luckily it's one of the few places that I've been where you like hike, where you can actually drive up to the top of the mountain. And it was so good that we did that, because the kids got hot and tired within like the first 15 minutes, and it wasn't a super hot day. It was maybe like 80 out.
Yeah, it's just the sun beaming down.
And the dogs as well got tired, but
yeah. But it was good, and it's accessible. So bring your wheelchairs, your strollers, absolutely everything, because the main loop around on the top, it is completely accessible for a wheelchair, which we were so excited to see, because we think accessibility is a huge thing. So that was really awesome.
At the top of the mountain, when you park, there's an educational center as well, and they had all kinds of stuff in there that you can learn about. So that was pretty cool. Different bugs and animals and tracks. Animal poo.
That's all I've heard about from our oldest. I didn't get to go in because I had the dogs, but I heard a whole lot about animal poop. So who knows? We were going to go back there on Thursday for a field trip. But the kids actually decided instead. We had called earlier in the season. We had found 2 turtles that had injured feet. And so I found the Center for Wildlife, and I was going to take them to get medical care. Unfortunately, the turtles escaped, went back in the water, and we weren't able to find them again. But since we had heard about there, we had looked it up some more, and you can go. It's open from, I think, 9 to 5. It's right next to Mount Agamenticus. And it's all rescued animals. It's birds, so we saw owls and falcons and a porcupine and a possum. Snakes. Our 12-year-old got to hold a snake and put him around its neck quite a few times. He absolutely loved it. They made geraniums because we went they have from 12 to 1 every day. They have an event, and it's all by donation. So they brought out a vulture, 2 snakes, and I think 2 owls. And we did the terrarium, and we saw all the other animals, and I gave them a $25 donation. I think they request $5, but you don't have to do it if you don't have it. So it is well worth the money. What else have we done?
Portsmouth, New Hampshire is one of our favorite cities. It's super busy, especially if you go downtown, but it has our favorite restaurant that we found last year. And this year, we didn't have our dogs with us last year because we still had our house and we had someone house sit for us. But we brought them with us this year, and we took them to Portsmouth. And I think every single shop that we went to was dog friendly, and
everywhere had dog bowls outside.
Yeah.
We went for the Pride Walk.
Pride Parade.
Yes. And we took the dogs, and we were sort of worried because we knew it was going to be busy. We didn't know where all we could go with the dogs.
It was a hot day.
It was a very hot day. But we took them, and we probably passed 24 shops that just had dog bowls outside.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great. And then Julio was going into a couple stores, and they were like, oh no, bring the dogs in.
Yep.
We didn't find one store that we couldn't take the dogs in.
They all have signs on the door when you go in, dog friendly, bring your dogs in. And
Yeah.
that was great. And then the restaurant that we love to eat at, our oldest is vegetarian. We were vegetarian for a little while. We aren't anymore, but he still is. But we still enjoy some vegetarian food and options, fake meat, things like that. So the restaurant that we go to is the Green Elephant. It's almost like Asian Thai American fusion type restaurant.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
We could eat there every day.
Yeah, and it's amazing.
God,
And it's just as good when you warm it up the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so go there. It's lots of fun. Portsmouth is also about small businesses. So that's something that we really appreciate going and doing, is trying to find the local markets or local stores where the craftsmen in the town sell their stuff. I don't know, we just rather do that than big corporations. So that's a real big hitter for Portsmouth for us, because it's a larger town. So it has a lot to offer, a lot of different places to go, a lot of history. We went to the USS Albacore last year, and that was amazing. You can go through a submarine. And
we went to the lighthouse.
We went to the lighthouse. You can play with everything in the submarine, though, like pull everything down, look through it.
Yeah, the kids can get in the bunks that they have in the submarine, and it's just crazy to see how small they are. If that's still what the naval ships are like with your sleeping quarters, I would not want to be in the Navy.
Oh my gosh, no, it was tiny. However, it was really awesome to be able to explore it hands-on in a self-guided tour. What did you say that we did too?
We did the lighthouse.
The Portsmouth Harbor. Yes, so on Sundays they do tours from 1 to 5 for a donation. And so we have to climb up to the top of the lighthouse. We had a tour from the beginning all the way through. There were different stopping marks, and they told us all about it. And that was really educational, but really fun. Fort Constitution is there, and Fort Point was there. It was just really awesome. The fort was really awesome. You got to explore. There was somebody there to tell you the history of it as well, and what kind of a part that Portsmouth played in the Civil War. So.
Aside from that, we've been to a ton of beaches. I can't even remember the names of all of them, but the ones that we frequent the most is Short Sands and Long Sands Beach in York, Maine. Short Sands is really cool for it. It gets packed, but it's cool because there's all kinds of local shops, beach shops, and ice cream, and just food, and the York Animal King. Yeah, the arcade's super awesome. It's called the Funorama. That's literally connected to the beach. York Animal Kingdom's there. I'm trying to think of what else. There's just all kinds of stuff
taffy,
to do there.
You get to see how taffy's made, and then you can buy fresh taffy.
Long Sands is literally the definition of Long Sands. It's longer, so there's plenty more beach, but there's less attractions for people to go and visit. If you're here for a while, then I'd definitely say to go to both. Ogunquit Beach was another one that we loved. That was, I think, at the end of Marginal Way.
Yeah, it was
the
on
pathway.
one side.
That one was really cool because it had like a natural river.
That one was really good for seashells. If you wanted seashells, go there or go to the Portland Marginal Way beach.
But you could literally, the river was like a lazy river, like a natural lazy river. So if you went down to the beginning of it, you can get in your float and just float all the way with the current. So the kids love that part.
Yeah, and when you start out there, there's like, 10 feet of beach. But then within a few hours, there's, how long, 100 feet?
Oh, yeah.
It changed with the tide going out. It was just a huge difference. You never would have imagined how it would look. And we only stayed 4 hours when we went to that beach. And it was like night and day, a complete difference.
Side note, if you do come here, make sure you look up the tide times. It changes with every beach. The time changes almost every single day, but there's charts that you can find easily on the internet. and they'll tell you exactly what time or approximately what time the tide's going to be high and low, so then you can plan your day around it. And make sure you don't set up your stuff too far out, because then it might be covered in water in just a few hours.
Yeah, well worth it. Just get up early and don't cuss at the other drivers, or at least not too loud.
Yeah, and it's not a place for people who have road rage, and if you do, make your spouse, significant other, or whoever else is with you drive, because it's not for the lighthearted. So
yeah, and the speed limit everywhere is 25 to 45. So it's like York is
and you
like
have
9
to stop.
miles away, but it takes us
It's
a
a
half an
law
hour to get
here
there.
to stop for pedestrians.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about this pedestrian thing. So everywhere we've been in New England, Boston, Portsmouth, Portland, here, York, everywhere, pedestrians just walk across the road. So in Ohio, what you do is either you go in the crosswalk and you wait until no cars are coming, or you push the crosswalk button and wait until the little white guy comes and says that you can walk, or you go out into the road and you look both ways and you wait until no cars come or they stop and see you. Not up here. They just walk. Sometimes they don't even look at you. Like, they don't even look up from their phone. They literally just walk out into the road. He's much better at driving with us than I am, but it's scary. Like, I'm afraid I'm just gonna hit a pedestrian.
It's probably more aggravating to me when people walk out in front of your car while you're driving. You don't see them. They just come out of nowhere and they look at you and like give you a dirty look or a smirk, like, you better stop for me, and then they keep on walking.
So, yeah, just one of those funny things about being here that we never expected, but you have to have your eyes open at all times, especially because of all the people up here. So, anyways.
Moving on, I think this is a good time to do our drawing. We went old school. We put everybody's name in the hat. If you shared it on Facebook, you left a message on our blog before we did the video. I think even if we just did it at all, I think we just went ahead and put your name in again. Liked it on Instagram, I think. We got all kinds of names in this hat. So if you liked it, shared it, even if you didn't want to be in if you didn't do it for that reason, we got you in here. So we went old school, wrote down everybody's name on a piece of paper, cut it up, and we're going to draw the name. Don't look.
I think I'm gonna do like cheat on a test. All right, and it is Shelly P.
Shelly Phillips.
Shelly, we miss you.
You are the lucky winner of our steamer, so we'll send that out to you. I think we know your address already, so
we won't
all
PM
is well.
you. We'll just mail it.
Yep.
Kiss those baby boy grandkids for us, because oh my gosh, we miss them so much.
We miss all of you guys.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, congratulations.
Yes.
Moving on. This weekend's kind of bittersweet because we did some much needed cleaning / organizing. I guess the bitter sweetness of it is we also had to do it because we're leaving soon.
3 weeks from yesterday.
We are not happy or excited about that, and we already let them know here, the owners, Sheila and Michelle, that we probably won't be coming back next year. So they held our site for us this year just in case we decided to come back, and which we did. So they asked us if we were going to come back next year, and right now it looks like we're not going to. We're just going to travel and
it's going to make me cry.
See where else we can go. Make new memories. So
I like my old ones for coming back. But also bittersweet, we had some really good friends leave today. Jim played with our kids, especially our youngest, every day, I think, for the last few weeks.
His buddy.
He played baseball and badminton, and he would put on Power Rangers for him on his phone and just hang out with him, and fished with him. So he left today, and then Thursday, our really good neighbors who are right next to us, we love them. They're
Larry,
part of our
Lorraine,
family.
Melissa, Jax.
Yeah. They leave on Thursday. So, and Larry is also a Raylan's buddy, so they go fishing, and I don't know, Larry helps him with everything and takes them on walks with Jax, and we'll just sit in there and let him borrow his eyes, which are his binoculars. And and
Which
they're
was
just
something
the best
else.
of friends.
Something else we did this weekend was we had a pizza night with them. They have a cool little pizza oven that goes on their outdoor grill. Yeah, their Camp Chef grill, and
It's the bomb.
This is probably like the 5th time they've invited us over for pizza night. So it's really cool. We help them bring over toppings and dough if we have it, or if they have extra dough, we'll use some of theirs, and we make our own personalized pizzas, and the kids absolutely love it, and they turn out great.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's so much fun and so good. And you can customize it. So like, I'm not supposed to eat anything with tomatoes in it, which sucks. But pesto it is. So yeah, that's really good.
It was really good.
But yeah, the end of the season's coming. We have 3 weeks left, and we're gonna miss it. But started cleaning out today. We took 3 bags to a donation site and dropped that off today. So I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts.
We still don't know where we're going. I've been working with my recruiter for all week last week, and this next week's crunch time. Like, seriously, I have to find a position somewhere to figure out where we're gonna go. So it starts getting crunch time, because we not only is it okay, like, where is my job gonna be, where am I gonna work, but we need to figure out where we're gonna stay. Like, we need to find out campgrounds, if they're open, I usually have to take call if I'm at a hospital, and I usually have to be within 30 minutes. So then we have to narrow it down. Okay, is there a campground close by? Is it within 30 minutes? If not, does the hospital offer somewhere to stay? Usually have a room in the hospital, or a townhouse or something that's really close by, but that's not always the case. So
yeah. And the campsites, like, how expensive are they? What do they offer? Do they have any available? He was looking at a job in, what was it, North Carolina? We want to be close to North Carolina because that's where our bus is being built. And so I looked up 4 different campsites, and none of them had a bathhouse. And so last year we used our shower. Not a lot. We love the one here in Beaver Dam. So other than the 2 youngest taking a bath, or me trying to because of my pain, we mainly use the shower house. But the cat's with us this year, and the litter box, if you watched our last video, is in that bathtub. So we cannot take a bath in there. It's just not going to happen.
And we don't want to move that litter box because,
oh my gosh,
cats are already messy, but our cat has a
paralyzed
leg, so he constantly drags litter out with that leg unintentionally. So
yeah,
it's not moving from that shower.
Yeah, no, I mean, I clean it every week, but I don't want to have to take it out and clean it. There's 6 of us, so yeah, it's been kind of a struggle with him finding work that pays well and is in a location that we want and needs his skill set, and doesn't have 20 people that put in their application before we saw the job was available. So we will find it, but as of right now, we don't know. Kind of nice.
It is. It's
kind of scary.
It's nice to not know where we're going, but we always get a little more anxiety as we get closer and closer to my contracts being up. But that's kind of the nature of the beast, and we're gonna roll with it. No point in worrying about it. We just gotta do what we can and keep on keeping on.
Yep.
So, all right, I think that's it for this video today. Or for this week. We'll probably do one going more in depth about the bus next week, kind of our plans for that, especially as that's why we're trying to be close to North Carolina, because that's where the bus is. So we'll go into more in depth of who's doing the conversion for us, and the size of the bus, getting the bus,
oh my gosh,
dropping it off, all that stuff. So
yeah,
we have plenty of stories about that. So
funny one.
But okay, well, again, congratulations to Shelly. We'll get you the steamer out in the mail, and then maybe our next video we'll do another giveaway. So keep an eye out for that. Not sure what it's going to be yet. Something that we've used since we've been here.
Double.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe.
So if you don't know what she just said, she mentioned a dog bowl. We did a review on it on, was that on Instagram?
I don't know.
I think we did. I think it was on Instagram or on Facebook. But look through our blog and Instagram and Facebook. TacoBoutUsMariscals, and you'll find that review somewhere in there about the dog bowl that we got from Chewy.com. And maybe that's what we'll raffle
awesome
off
if you have
next
dogs
time.
and you travel or take them anywhere. So, all right, thanks so much.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.